See?
Hi.
Con horns and lead guitar. Did you hear that?
Big red curly hair.
Did it.
Manny, get up.
Right here. Right here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to hashtag PVT Wednesday Night Live. Papa, ASUSTAME one time. And guess what? We have a new sponsor alert. Orale. We want to thank Bajo Sextos M3 de San Antonio, hand-built, 100% professional quality bajos to cover your musical needs at an affordable price compared to other brands. We've got a little video there so you could check out some of the Bajo Sextos and what they look like. Si te gusta la música de tejano o también la música de pues conjunto, pues necesitas un Bajo Sexto, papá. So you need to hit it up and give them a call at 210-717-6834. Mira nomás el Bajo Sexto, ese está bruto. And if you're barely learning también, si apenas quieres a levantar el Bajo Sexto y te quieres enseñar a tocarlo, pues habla con mis amigos ahí en San Antonio. Bajo Sextos M3 have been used by professional bajo players such as Joe Farias, the David Farias band, y los hermanos Farias. Remember those guys, la tropa F? Mario Quintero de los Tucanes también, Pepe Lizondo del grupo Pesado, Poncho Quesada from los Dos Carnales. Ya sabes, los Dos Carnales están pesados. And other grand musicians from the U.S. and Mexico. Mira nomás, ahí está Joe aventándose una rolita en la porquita con David y tiene el Bajo Sexto M3. Y pues, once again, ladies and gentlemen, all you have to do is give them a call and they'll make your specific and handmade 100% professional quality Bajo Sexto. And there's no other one like it in the United States of America or Mexico. Bajo Sextos M3, 210-717-6934. Órale. Also want to thank Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. If 2023 was a bit sluggish for you and you're getting older y se te está bajando no nomás el testosterone, pero otras cosas en el cuarto, en la recámara, necesitas, tú sabes, un rejuvenator, papá. Ahí te lo tienes. 1-855-7. Oh, they've got a new number. Put that up. But you know what? DrT'sPrimaryCare.com is a website you can get on and find out more about hormone replacement therapy, weight loss therapy, IV vitamin infusion, and peptide therapy, all designed to help you feel great and healthy again. Y deja tú, tienen algo que se dice Trimix. Vale más que tenga mucho cuidado con eso, camarada, porque chinga, de repente ya no te deja la mujer salir de la casa, papá, después de eso, porque la dejas temblando en la mañana, se levanta como una cabrita recién nacida, papá. Se le van a hacer los ojos del Undertaker, papá. Cállate. Trimix. Y aparte de eso, look, with Trimix, you don't get any, ¿cómo dicen? Side effects. El único side effect es el olor de tortillas recién hechas en la mañana. Porque, o sea, se levanta la mujer bien temprano. All right. Also want to thank Corona Formal Wear. Oye, pues, chiva, tenemos muchos sponsors ahora, ¿o qué? 508 West Trenton Road, Edinburgh, Texas. SouthTexasFormalWear.com. Edinburgh and McAllen. Whenever I need a tuxedo, I go to them because they have the best and they have the most beautiful professional tuxedos there. Quinceañeras, bodas, prom.
They're so nice.
¿Tú fuiste al prom, Shelly, o no?
No.
No fuiste al prom.
Nobody asked me to prom, man.
A mí tampoco. Yo no fui, chiva, man.
I know.
What about you, Gallo, man? A ti te invitaron tres viejas.
I went to the prom, man. I was in charge of the limo, so I went, bro. I went. I was going.
Established in 1975, 4 locations valley-wide: Brownsville, Armando's Tuxedos; Harlingen, Armando's Tuxedos; Westlaco, Corona Formal Wear; Edinburgh, Corona Formal Wear. Like I said, weddings, quinceañeras, upcoming proms, and pues, I had a tuxedo for the Hall of Fame induction that we did.
I'm so proud of you. Long overdue.
Mira nomás, qué
Mira,
bárbaro.
nombre, shut up.
¿Quién es?
Fifi, man.
¿Quién es ese modelo?
GQ, sexiest man alive.
A ver, pon otra vez, babe.
Para que lo vean bien.
No, but for real, congratulations.
Sí.
I'm class of 2008, so
Órale.
congratulations.
Congrats, man.
Congrats.
Hey, no
That's
chinguen
so
con
awesome.
los Hall of Famers aquí,
No,
carnal.
we're Hall of Fame, yeah.
Hey, mira nomás.
Y'all are amongst royalty here.
No, hombre, qué bárbaro, carnal.
Those are great shots. Did they take those there?
No, hombre, we went to go get a little photo shot. And my wife
Those are great photos.
My wife bought me these tennies that I was
Oh,
going
my
to wear.
goodness.
¿Cómo se
I
llaman?
know.
Alexander McQueen.
I bought him some McQueens
yeah.
for this
Okay.
for that event, and he didn't even wear.
Why not?
Pues I wore the tuxedo shoes.
The
you know.
tuxedo
Sí.
shoes.
Yeah,
Sí,
yeah.
porque
But that's okay.
los tenis están brutos y le
We'll
quitan.
do another photo shoot with
I know.
the tennies.
Well,
you know why?
yeah.
You know why I
We
appreciate the J's and the shoes. Any kind of shoes, yeah. So.
Pues cuando me dijo el precio de los tenis, dije, déjame ponerlos en la caja arriba de estos se quedan en el closet. Nomás los voy a usar en la casa.
Nomás para mirar.
Don't step away from me. Like he just got new Vans. He's telling his kid, don't stand near me.
Yeah, please,
Yeah.
bro.
Hey, back when you were in school and you would walk into school with new tenis, todos te los pisaban, ¿no?
All the time.
Yeah.
The more you try to take care of them,
I
the
know,
more they
dude.
step on them.
Yeah, they did.
They didn't get blessed, bro.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
They don't need a baptism. Thank you. Thank you.
Bien cagado. I thought that was just a 956 thing, bro.
No,
No, it's in the
Even all the way to
562 in Cali
California.
too, man.
It's Cali.
En Califas también te los pisan, bro.
Then you're originally from California?
From
okay?
California, yeah, Pico Rivera.
Pico Rivera.
Pico Rivera near East LA, yeah.
Órale,
Yeah.
shoot, man. I haven't been to California in a while, bro.
I know, man. It's changed.
Yeah.
It's changed a bit since COVID.
So you were born in East LA, or isn't that a movie or something?
I know, hey, we're está con it's Steve Jordan, man. That's my life right there. That's good. No, I was born in Whittier, California, near Pico Rivera.
Whittier Boulevard. No, isn't that one of those popular?
Yeah, I lived right on the boulevard. Yeah.
Dude, one of my favorite movies is Boulevard Nights. Bro.
Yes, I love that one.
Chuco.
Yeah.
Ahí te guacho, carnal.
Con Big Puppet.
Well, he was Chuco on that, but he was
that one,
puppet
yeah.
on American Me.
And American Me, yeah.
Yeah, but it's all about Whittier Boulevard.
I love, yeah. Actually, I was telling Shelly because I'm a huge fan of Blood In, Blood Out, right? And I used to cruise the Boulevard, Whittier Boulevard all the time, so I was a big fan of Boulevard Nights as well. But one day, I found myself in East LA, and I was like, I seen El Pino, right? I was like, this looks really familiar. And I look around, it says Cinco Puntos, the place that Miklo goes to. I was like, no, bro, no mames, bro. I've never been here.
He was screaming like a 12-year-old little girl.
Oh, yeah,
He
man.
loves that.
I tengo
He's a huge
la
fan.
placa, mira, just from...
Yeah, I got him to meet Jesse
Crucito
Borrego.
himself.
When I told him
The
that
Crucito
Jesse was a
himself.
good friend of mine, he like freaked out.
Hey, tell him to come to PVT.
Yes,
Shelly.
I'll tell him for sure.
Right.
He's supposed to come by my studio because we actually, I got him to meet and he wanted for him to Sharpie the VL for Vatos Locos. And when he did it, like he went through the whole movie, dude. Like he did the whole dialect of the movie.
Yeah.
And then Mia took him to go get it tattooed. So he has it tattooed. But actually I had an arrangement like a year ago and I'm like, hey, the whole vibe is very much for that movie.
Yeah.
So I told David, because we write songs together too, I said, why don't you write about like the movie, like Vatos Locos, your Mi Cultura, the Mexicanos, whatever. So we wrote a song called Sangre por Sangre.
Órale.
And Jesse's actually supposed to come by the studio and take a listen to it. He's actually going to be directing the music video for El Gallo Dez of that movie.
Wow,
Of that song.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Tripping. It seems unreal, but I was like, man, I've been watching this movie since I was like 11 years old, man. I wasn't supposed to be watching the movie, but I stole it from my brother, and I was like, hey, man, just watching it all the time, and then meeting them, I'm like, wow.
But no, we got to get him on the show. Heck yeah, man.
Have you
for
seen
sure.
Boulevard Nights? Have
Oh,
you seen
yeah.
it?
I
Dude.
just watched it again like a week ago.
I have the VHS, dude.
Damn, for real?
I got the VHS video.
Dang.
But out of all the lowrider movies, I really love that one because it was so authentic. The language. Because sometimes you see movies and they have that accent when they talk Spanish. You know what I mean? And there's like a certain people, the guys that can go from Spanish to English. Y no se nota tanto, verdad? They have that English accent. And that movie was really
That
one
portrayed it like that, yeah.
When
for
they're
real.
doing spray and shit.
Oh, yeah. I started huffing. I was like, the cold paint is the that's the hitter, man.
Oh man, they're gonna be doing the whole movie, the whole show.
I was like, forget it. That's it.
Next, he's gonna go into Nacho Libre.
Yeah.
See what I mean? He'll do the whole song. He'll do Encarnacion for
We've
you.
had Ernie, the Valente Rodriguez here on the show.
Yes,
Oh,
you did. You
what?
did. I saw that show.
He gave me a Hot Wheels of
That
Blood
is
In, Blood
so-
Out, dude. And he
Look
autographed
Look at
it,
that.
bro.
That's awesome.
Your eyes are turning brown.
Yeah,
so
put it on the camera, babe, so fans can
That
see
is
it.
so dope.
He
dude.
autographed it for me, and it's
that's
That
awesome.
is so
man.
cool.
Bro, yeah, dude, it's a little Hot Wheels of Blood In, Blood Out,
Oh, it's
bro.
the actual
That
ride,
is
huh?
so
yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
man.
it's a ride, dude. Yeah, dude.
That's super
That's
sick.
cool,
Isn't that
dude.
cool, right? And he gave me an autographed picture of all of them there, but Ernie's been on the show a couple of times. We actually
cool.
did a comedy show together because I'm doing stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
And it was funny. It was him and Flo Hernandez from Dallas and me.
Uh-huh.
And Ernie, I mean, well, Valente, he starts the show, man, with these corny jokes, man. But they're really, they're so corny, it's funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we might be doing some things. So then L.A.
Sweet.
Whittier Boulevard.
Yes, sir.
I remember going over there. We went back when Tejano was big in the
Yeah.
90s, you know, Grammys, all that
For
shit.
sure.
So
Yeah.
we went with Puro Tejano over there, and I met Jaime de Anda y los chamacos. They wanted to take us to go eat in East LA and film some stuff for Puro Tejano.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we went to this place called King Taco, I think.
Hell yeah. Dude. Oh, man, I miss King Taco, man. You just reminded me that I don't have that out here.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. But you got Whataburger.
I got
Hey, but he's gained weight since he moved to Texas.
Hey, man.
He has.
In 3
Watch
months,
out.
He has.
I gained 40 pounds.
He did.
No.
40
Yes, he
pounds
did.
in
He
3
was
months.
super
Yeah.
flaquito, and he's only been here how long?
I've been here. I got here May of last year.
Yeah.
And how old are you?
I just turned 30.
Oh, no, hombre, carnal. No, you're
the
going to need some
30s.
testosterone también. Porque ya after you're
So I
30,
said, can you please not gain any more weight?
Yeah, I know.
No,
Yeah.
at Dr. T's, they have some stuff that'll, man, it'll curb your hunger.
Órale.
Maybe we
burn
might need
fat,
we
gain
might need to look
muscle.
up Dr.
No,
T's.
pues yo bajo peso like nothing, man. If I
sí.
miss one meal, that's
Yeah,
over.
but he's still young. He's saying that.
Sí.
But
Right now,
I
yeah.
mean, we
Sí,
know
I'm
when we get
appreciating
older,
it.
it's not that easy.
Lógralo, mijito, lógralo.
I know. I'm holding on to that right now.
Yeah, porque ya cerquita los 40, papá, comienzas, tú sabes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start demanding things from the VA. I'm like, you guys got fat burning pills?
And throw some of that Trimix in too.
Con el Tricare y todo, ándale.
Así cuando entras al bedroom, vato, mira. Yeah. So then, what you were born? You said you're how old? 30, right?
30, yes.
So you were born 30 years ago. What is it? 94?
93.
93.
93, yeah.
Holy crap! I was
Dude.
21 years old.
Apenas estamos en el mero mero
No, right? We
guacamole
were in our prime
tejano.
right then. It was
Sí.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was already beyond, hot wiring my mom's station wagon by then.
Órale.
Yeah, dude. And so 93, you were born over there, went to school over there.
Everything. All the way up until I was 21 and a half, and I went into the Army and went into the other side of the country into everything I did not know.
Sí.
Yeah, so-
Oye, Daddy. So your familia, are they musically inclined too, or are you the only singer they've got? Or tell me about your dad and your mom. What were they doing
Don't be
in
modest.
California?
Yeah,
he comes
no,
from
my family.
a really great
Yeah.
bloodline of musicians.
Oh, sí.
So my father, who is the whole reason why I give myself the name El Gallo, he was part of Los Galleros, which was run by my tío Pedro Rey and my tío Jose at the time. And they had been running that since like the 80s to the 90s, somewhere around there. And then Los Galleros disbanded, and then my tío Jose created Sol de Mexico, Mariachi Sol de Mexico. And my mom was just singing on her own. She has a gorgeous voice on her own. And, my dad persuaded her and made her fall in love with his voice. And, you know the mariachi game. You know how they do. You know how they do.
Andaba de groupie tu jefa, carnal.
Verdad.
The
I
mariachi
tell her, I'm
groupie.
like, you were a groupie. She's like, stop. No.
Mariachis don't have groupies.
Yeah. They have admirers.
Yeah.
No, pero they both sing. My whole childhood was them singing. My brother has a beautiful voice as well, and my dad just tried to keep us like in the mariachi business. Pick an instrument and learn it, and when you grow old enough, we'll try to put you in a spot.
Yeah.
So. Man, I still have my little traje from when I was 5 years old. My dad started taking me gigging. He was like, no vas a tener miedo. And he would put me up. I'd be singing Paloma Negra, whatever, Yeah. And I still remember I was sitting in the back of my dad's Yaris, and my mom and my dad were in front. And I was singing Paloma Negra with Lola Beltran, right? And I hit one note wrong. I was like 5.5, 6 years old, and they both turned around. They're like, "Hey, no. You ain't performing like that, buddy. You're gonna do that again." I said, "Oh shit." So they coached me, and they'd give me my praises and my flowers as well, you know, and they'd push me to perform and do everything. So I was the kid in 5th grade with the talent show with a full mariachi behind me on stage, you know. So the parents were like, "Hey, let's go see David sing, porque va a traer el free mariachi," you know. But yeah, they were. I owe it to them, like that everything I learned, and mariachi was dear to my heart for like a long time, man. I didn't know anything else other than mariachi.
Yeah.
So, man, when I broke out of that in high school, I was like, what? Rock? Como que, who's Red Hot Chili Peppers? Y Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin, okay. And Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack. And
Andale.
And I just took off, man. I love
listen to everything, bro.
Everything.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
He doesn't just listen to it. He performs it very well.
I love it all, man.
Everything.
Speaking of mariachi, I remember this kid from San Antonio that sang before the San Antonio Spurs. And
Sebastian.
He just blew up, dude.
Sebastian?
And this was like pre-social media,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
It was Sebastian.
How old is that kid now?
He's grown. It's like you see him now, and it's like,
Is
and
he still singing?
He still sings beautifully.
He sang like the national anthem, I think.
Yeah, he did.
It was like Hispanic Heritage
Yeah,
Month or
he
something
did.
like
He's
that.
from San Antonio.
So
I know he's still doing music. I don't know if he's doing mariachi, just mariachi.
He
but
got picked up in all those,
Yeah.
national morning syndicated shows and all that, man.
Yeah,
That's
now we have
awesome.
Mateo.
Pretty interesting.
Mateo's the youngest
Mateo,
mariachi.
yeah.
He's just came out on the Kelly
So
Clarkson
Paloma
show.
Negra was a song that, you were more just...
That was the first one. Yeah, Paloma Negra. Oh, shit. I don't know. Hey, ¿dónde está la letra, bro? I haven't sang this in a minute.
Saca el iPhone, carnal. Saca el iPhone.
Let's go.
A ver, espérate. Vamos a empezarlo otra vez.
Start it over. Start it over.
My mom's watching right now. She's like, no mames.
Este es un PBT audition, carnal. We're gonna make or break you aquí, carnal.
Yeah, a ver, vamos a ver.
Hey, ¿cómo se llama el vato de The Star Search o el guy que era bien...
Simon Cowell.
Ándale, ese cabrón.
Oh, shit.
Yo soy más gacho que Simon Cowell,
No,
carnal.
mames, ahí vamos.
I'm like, and there's a million keys of this song. Make sure it's in the key.
Ya me cansó. That's really high.
Don't make us call el chacal, bro. All right? Don't make us call el chacal. Putting el Gallo Dez on the spot, man. Shell
hot
Shot
seat, bro.
Records, papá. Ahí te voy. No, hold on, yo te digo. 3, 2, 1.
Ya me cansó de llorar y no amanecer. Ya no sé si maldecirte o por ti rezar.
Asústame, guantá.
Tengo miedo de buscarte y de encontrarte. Donde me aseguran mis amigos que te vas. Hay momentos en que quisiera mejor rajarme.
¡No te rajes, gallo!
Y arrancarme y a las venas de mi penar. Pero mis ojos se mueren sin mirar tus ojos. Y mi cariño con la aurora te vuelvo a esperar. Ay, y agarraste por tus cuentas las parrandas. Ay. Paloma Negra, eres la reina de una pena. Nombre está alta, bro, como Michael Jackson.
He gave you the high key.
You really said, hey, turn into Lola Beltrán, like right now.
No, hombre, carnal. That is awesome,
was
bro.
awesome.
Thank you. Haven't sang that one in years, pero a ver, you put me on the hot seat for sure.
Te voy a hablar para que serenatees a la suegra, carnal.
Órale.
Todo.
I'll bring the traje y todo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that
He's
was
good at
amazing, dude.
Thank you
And
so much.
tell you the truth, this is the first time that we ever put an artist on the spot at the beginning of the show. It's ya está warmed up at the end of the show, ¿verdad?
I'll get another one prepared for you guys.
Vato, pero te avientaste, carnal.
Gracias.
Holy
Thank you.
smoke. What did you guys think about it?
That was awesome.
Right?
That's
Poison.
awesome. Yeah.
What about
Thank
you?
you.
Chaz is on the chat zone. What are they saying on the chat zone, Chaz?
Hey everyone, what's going down? Chaz Corona here, the Duke of Debauchery and the He-Man of Hedonism. And
I love it.
I want to say a big shout out to the PBT family. You know, Rock and I, we're here under duress. Just want to say,
Oh my gosh.
yes, that's true. We are both injured. Rock is here. His calf basically tore off his bone.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
And I'm here with a torn perineum. But
Damn.
we will be here regardless.
When I catch the guy, I'll kick his ass for you, dude.
Thank you very much. You've been telling me that since
I'll
day
get
one.
With the other leg, man.
Oh, Lord. My good leg.
Yeah, with my good leg.
Rock always has my back. Esquina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, no te
Everyone.
chingano, no te chingano con el perineum de Chaz, carnal.
Now, everyone in the chat zone just did a backflip and a spasm over your performance.
Órale, thank
They
you
just
guys.
said
Muchas gracias.
that hashtag winning, hashtag killing it.
Ooh.
And they said that you did a phenomenal job. If anybody in the PBT chat zone has any questions for our guests tonight,
Muchas gracias.
please
gente.
let me know, and
Nice.
we'll pass the message forward with the injured duo of Rock and Chaz.
Yeah.
Show must go on.
This tag team will not be at WrestleMania this year.
She.
I'm
we
with
will
the
make it-
Alpha Junior
I'd like to
Academy,
see it,
bro.
though. I'd like to see it happen.
We'll make it to SummerSlam.
No, what happened? I had my pit bull. He's like breaking down the back neighbor's fence because it's already old, and you know that pudría la
Yeah.
pinche fence. So he breaks it and he se sale. So I went to go get a massage, and I came back, and the neighbor calls and says, "Your dog's in my yard." I go, "Ching, wow."
Oh, man.
So I was thinking it was last Thursday. Elida was coming in at night, and I said, "I'm just gonna come home, relax. I got the show prepared. I'm gonna get a
Right.
massage. It's been a long week. I was in San Antonio the night before. I had it all planned out, bro.
Yeah.
And then my dog has to get out, and so
Levántate.
I went around and I opened my little car because I'm driving this state-of-the-art 2009 Nissan Versa
Que fly.
with Lamborghini doors. I don't know.
And pop-on hubcaps.
Yeah.
Chrome.
The spinners.
The
Plastic
spinner
chrome.
hub- yeah.
Plastic chrome.
And a little dog in the front.
Así. Chihuahua. The Taco Bell one.
Yeah.
So then, you know, I open the door and they jump in the car right away. They think I'm taking them on a cruise. They love going cruising, right? And so I came around and I didn't have a leash for him. I bring down my weenie dog and I lift him in the car. And then I open the car and I go, "Come on." And he gets off and he runs.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, "Waylon, inside." And they
Yeah.
know keywords: inside,
Right,
outside,
right,
inside,
right.
you know?
Yeah.
No.
He was like, screw you.
Yeah.
You're
Maybe
going to have to
cruise?
chase my ass.
He did a Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like
So he'd like,
Yeah.
he would like,
Yeah. I can imagine the two paws coming up.
yeah.
he would sit there, and as soon as I got near him, he'd run.
Like
So my
you're-
neighbor caught him, and I got him, and he weighs like 80 pounds, right? 85 pounds. So and he's resisting, you know.
Right.
It's almost like Rock. Yeah. Rock was doing the standing mechanical bull.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Rock?
Yeah. So I had to put him down because I felt pressure in my perineum.
We don't need two injured
¿Verdad?
perineums. Yeah.
So in order not to, break my perineum or, tear it, I put my foot down and I just heard my calf pop.
Oh, no. Ow.
Oh man, dude. It was painful.
Damn.
This was last Thursday.
So you were walking on it, man.
Yeah, pues limping on it.
Yeah, limping on it.
He's doing the Frankenstein drag leg.
Yeah, peg leg.
I walked in.
Peg-legged, dude.
Fire bad.
I took a shower and my wife was in bed, right? I take a shower and I the man always uses the shower in the hallway and the women use the master shower, right?
Of course.
Is that what happens, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
If you don't know that, you'll learn that one of these days. And the woman drives the carro del año and the man drives el pinche 2009 Versa. You know?
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, so I got out of the shower and calzoncillo y la chingada, and I walk into the room. I'm going, like limping like a zombie.
Me duele.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That was just funny, but man, I got my belt and I whooped his ass.
Oh, no, you did.
I whooped him, en las nalgas. Vamos, cabrón.
Yeah.
Vamos, me haces caso, cabrón.
¿Dónde está la chancla?
Chingos te crees tú.
I know how much this dude loves dogs. That ain't happening.
I was telling Riley that the dog, Waylon, is going to write a book, Daddy Dearest. The story of Rock and Roll James.
Yeah.
Right?
No, well, check this out. So then the next morning, my wife, she gets up 4:30 in the morning because, they got to get ready to go to work at 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
It says 4 horas,
I'm at
carnal.
work by 6:45.
Well, yeah. So anyway, so she has a routine, right? She's doing her
right.
hair, makeup, and all that, and then she sees the clock. Okay, time to take the dogs out,
Right.
and then they go do their thing, and then they're waiting because they're gonna get a treat when they get back in there. So I'm at the kitchen because I'm setting my stuff up because I go in a lot earlier than she does at the radio station, and Waylon walks to the door and he sits there and outside. She's telling him. And I was like, Waylon, outside. And he looks at me like,
Screw you.
so I go with my así cabrón chinga. Boom, he runs.
Yeah.
Like a child.
I'm telling you, they know,
They're
dude.
like
Like
kids,
a freaking
man.
child, dude.
They know.
Yeah, they're like
Me voy a
kids.
quitar la faja.
We have a tortoise, and he has attitude. So,
Oh my goodness.
no lie, dude. He has attitude.
Does he give you the Rock's eyebrow?
I don't know. Like whenever Mia changes his enclosure, like cleans it or whatever, he gets pissed, dude. It's like he will like just ram into the wall or like Like she wanted to decorate inside and put like a gnome and a little mushroom, and I was like, he's not gonna like that. She's like, but he needs it cute in there. She put a mushroom in there, and we hear boom, 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 boom. We go in there, and he's ramming the mushroom, dude. He's like, get that shit out of here. I don't want it.
I was gonna say he was banging the gnome.
Yeah, he left the gnome. He left the gnome alone. We took it out. It was the mushroom that.
When I walked in today, I felt like I was living inside of a Lifetime movie because Rock was like, "Why do you make me do bad things? Why do you make me do this?" And I was like, "What have I walked into?" Hey, Rock, we got ravishing Rick Rohde.
Órale.
Man, he sent in a super chat.
Thank you, Rick.
Wow, I'm gonna get a brand new perineum.
Chinga, me lo hubiera mandado Cash App mejor, carnal.
Put it up, dude. Put it up.
Pinche YouTube will take 30%.
They probably would.
I know, man.
Well, Ravishing Rick Rohde's, who's a long-time dedicated sponsor, who gave me a Benny Hill T-shirt for Christmas, he says, here's what he says: ask him to freestyle. Thank you in advance. He's an outstanding singer.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I mean, they're already throwing cash on the line.
Órale.
And
Ask him what style does he like? What does he like?
well, hey, Ravishing Rick, I mean, do you have a preference, a genre?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something sensible, ¿entiendes? ¿Qué tanto viento de
20?
20? Órale. Pues esa feria te la voy a cash up para ti, carnal, porque es para ti.
No,
Yeah.
es
All right,
Sí,
yeah.
fácil. ¿Tienes cash up?
Cash it. Sí, tengo, pero.
Órale, no, te mandamos.
Ay, me
¿Sabes
andan
qué?
dando tips, mira.
¿Sabes qué?
I wasn't
Hey,
expecting.
I told you don't sing for free, man.
Órale, okay. Yeah, cuando Shelly sí dice.
I am his
jefita.
record label manager at the
Yeah.
moment.
O sea, ¿le doy la feria a Shelly?
No, I fight for him. It's so
20%.
funny.
I was kidding.
It's so funny because like he'll send me stuff. In the beginning he would like be Mr. Nice Guy, and I'm like, well, you just shoot him to me. Because most of the time when they say, well, talk to Shelly, they're like, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
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 Shelly don't give the homie price.
Yeah.
No.
Nah.
She gets
Don't
the
happen.
real price.
Yeah, there
Don't
you go. Yeah. No, but yeah, $20 that they sent for you to do a song or whatever. If you do the song,
Lo que
Let's see if he
quieran.
answers.
¿Sabes,
Let's see if
carnal?
he says, because he loves everything. He does from
Oldies.
oldies
it's got to
to
be a song he knows.
crooners
right?
to mariachi
Y
to.
sabes qué, carnal, te mando 30, carnal. No te-
Damn, otra vez en el hot seat.
Big
man.
spender de madre, pinche Ron. Había estar an extra 10. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of roadies, Playland in Eagle Pass, we're going to have a comedy show there March 16th.
Nice.
Spring break, so hay pura viejas en bikinis y la chingada, ¿entiendes? Con surfboard allá en el río, porque
Within
no hay,
reason,
there's no
within
beach.
reason, within reason.
Showing off their gizzards.
Pura,
Oh my.
puras tangas. So we're gonna have, it's gonna be the Chile Relleno Comedy Tour. Órale.
Oh.
Raymond Horta, Superstar Salazar, and RocknRollJames at Roadie's Playland in Eagle Pass, Texas. And that's happening, once again, on the 16th of March. So
Nice.
you've got time.
Eagle Pass?
Yeah.
Nice.
We'll put the link, and it's Roadie's
That's a cool little place.
It's a really cool place. It's big. It's a big place, but they put a...
Mira, gizzards. You weren't
man.
you weren't joking, dude.
no, man. If you
I
go...
love gizzards.
If
I've
you
never
guys
had
go
that.
down
They're
there...
so good.
Oh, dude.
Fried gizzards are good.
Yeah, man. Look
They
at the
are.
pieces of chicken. I mean, these guys got some big
Huge.
pieces there, bro.
They don't play.
No, they don't play at
Those
all.
are Texas-sized chicken.
For real.
Tenders there, bro. Golden fries, the gizzards, and then he's got that special roadie sauce you could put on it. They've been doing it. Look at the dinner pack,
Even
papa.
the,
Ahí
even
está.
look at the little the rolls, people.
Yeah, los van a pagar
You
con un,
missed it.
los van a pagar con un dinner pack esa noche, carnal. Asústame.
There's Rick. There's Rick.
That's
There's
him.
Rick, yeah.
Thank you, Rick.
Nice.
So make plans to join us, man. It's a once-in-a-lifetime show happening at Roadie's Playland in Eagle Pass. It's
Sweet.
the Chile Relleno Comedy Tour. We'll be putting the link to the tickets because they're going to go fast, man. There's only a certain amount available. Also want to remind everybody, let everybody know, we were telling people that we were going to play in La Feria with my band Whiskey D. Fiesta La Feria this Saturday, February 17th. We are not going to be there after all. All right? So, yeah, so it's canceled.
¿Por qué?
Yeah, and you know what? I was just not going to say anything about it, but I was in San Antonio Wednesday night, and we have fans over there, and they were saying, hey, man, we're planning to take a trip down there and check you guys out at La Feria and all that. And I said, dude, we're not playing. What? Oh, shit. Well, thanks for telling us.
Yeah.
So then I thought to myself, I got to mention something.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
people are gonna go for nothing.
Yeah. So they had some sort of, when
I
there's too
know.
many chiefs and not enough Indians, and everybody's
been there, done that. I don't miss it.
Yeah. So what's the Humane Society's after rock is
I
right.
don't miss it.
After
After the story he shared, yeah.
Dude, my dogs are the best.
I'm telling you, he's talking crap because I know how
Yeah.
much these two love their
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah.
But
But you
They're
gotta-
their kids. They're their
I
children.
saw Waylon with a neck brace, and he looked at me.
Ayúdame.
He's probably
that song?
faking it
In
too.
the arms
The
of
dog's
the
faking it.
angels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's in
Oh,
it?
yeah, the commercial. Oh, my God.
You can save this doggo for 18 cents.
What song is
The
that?
Sarah McLachlan.
Sarah-
Yeah, there you
Sarah
go.
Oh, my
McLachlan.
God. I hate
Y'all, I hate that freaking commercial,
I hate
dude.
it.
In black and
Don't
white.
play the song,
Yes.
man.
Yeah.
He's gonna play the song, man.
Or the-
Yeah,
He's playing the song.
for 18
If
cents. a
you
month.
can help Waylon, please donate. Having to live in McAllen, make a difference.
Waylon's like, sucker. Sucker.
You can make a difference.
As soon as that
He's
commercial
probably
comes,
asleep on the master bed right now.
Yeah.
He probably is.
as soon as that song comes on, my wife, change it.
I can't watch that
I
commercial.
can't watch it.
For
I
one
can't
shoe,
either.
soy a month.
I'm with you, girl. I can't either.
Join Bonnie Hernandez
La Ban Ban.
against
Pinche
Chuck
Bond.
Yeah.
Golly.
So yeah,
Asiago.
so we're not going to be in La Feria, ladies and gentlemen. So don't even, if you had plans to come from San Antonio, Houston, and other areas, and the Rio Grande Valley to check us out, we're not going to be there. So don't even bother
Yeah,
going. all
cancel
right?
the plans.
Okay, and what else do we got here? Oh, on the 4th, Sunday, February 4th, we will be having, or I'll be hosting, Cinemania. All right, it's going to be an awesome wrestling event.
Oh, wow.
Sunday, February 4th. And after the show, we're going to bring Thunder Rosa, the girl that's right there.
The one in the middle?
Yeah,
Well, there's
she-
only one girl.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's been all over the country and in other parts of the world as well with the wrestling.
She was AEW World Champion.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's awesome.
I think she was in a match that was like I had never seen a match of women like that, like hardcore, dude.
She was in a match with Dr. Britt Baker, who's a legit dentist, hence the title, Dr. Britt Baker, and it was so hardcore. They were bleeding. They went through tables. There was broken glass, barbed wire.
What?
And I mean,
Wow.
And granted, they were fighting over a man, but the point is,
I saw that at one of my gigs.
more than one gig.
Yeah, a few times.
But Rock, let's get some of the footage so we can talk to her about the match. I mean, that's a legendary match.
Oh, definitely. We'll have the show prepared. But it's going to be a
Sweet.
Sunday. It'll be Sunday, probably after 6 o'clock. I'll be the host. Look, right there. Rock and Roll James, Master of Ceremonies.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have a lot of fun. That weekend, man, Friday night, we're going to be at the Ripper Owens show. And then Saturday, Brian Adams. And then Sunday, we do the wrestling. So we're going to have a pretty
busy.
packed
Nice.
Yeah. And there's just a lot of things going on. Spring is huge with festivals and all kinds of stuff every weekend.
That's always the good time.
about to experience
to be
it for
out
the
on the
first
road
time.
for sure.
Yeah.
Rock will limp his way everywhere.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
What did you say? Peg leg it?
peg leg it.
With the crucito cane.
If there's dirt, we're gonna know which way he went.
All he needs is a parrot.
Yeah, we'll find him. We'll find all his
Where's
trail.
the show?
Hey, there was a
Dragging
one-footed.
the pata.
There was a one-footed man with a snail walking next to him.
Oh my God.
Oh man, that'll be you, dude.
The tracks.
That'll be you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we got El Gallo Dez here with us, man. He's a new artist on Shell Shock Records. Shelly Lares is here with her.
Hello.
And we've got a clip of his new video. So let's go ahead and play it and check it out so everybody can get a load of it. And,
Check it out.
And they can support what we've got here tonight.
Ya no quiero llorar, ya no quiero sufrir, pero sin ti, ¿cómo le hago? Mejor vuelve aquí entre mis brazos, con tu mano en mi mano, porque sin ti soy un fracaso. Ya no menciones el ayer, eso está en el pasado. A volver y que me has perdonado, porque yo sí te sigo amando. Quiero que tú sepas, sin ti estos días son raros, por eso seguiré rogando por tu amor.
That's smooth, bro. That's smooth, dude.
No, hombre, you should have seen how hard it was to keep a straight face to the whole thing, man.
They had to be
They were
straight.
trying to
Because
make
we,
me laugh the whole time.
Well, we have to give a shout out to Black Sheep Creation, Mary.
Yes.
Mary, it's so weird because like it's all a team of women. So it's all us girls there with him, and it was raining that day. It was during Fanfare weekend, and it was raining. So we were the ones getting wet. He was under the techo all nice and dry. But, it's funny because we're just, acting up and being dumb. And then he has to sing this song all sad. And on one of the things, I think we did a blooper, and he's all sad. And we hear Mary off the camera, "Who hurt you?"
Yeah. That broke me. I was like,
yeah, and he starts laughing. It's like, it's like crazy. But
It was good,
I mean,
man.
that song, of course, was his first single that I released in February of last year. When I first met him, and I'll let him tell the story how we met. But when I wrote the song in my sleep, I after I met him, whenever I meet an artist and I'm interested in their voice and their texture, like it just inspires me to write. So I had this melody in my head and the whole entire arrangement, because the song was originally written like a mariachi bolero, which will be on the album as well. And then I called him and I'm like, "Hey, I wrote this song. I'm going to send you the melody. I want you to write lyrics to it. Don't deter from my melody." And he wrote the lyrics, and one day sent his voice to me. He was still in California at this time. And then as I listened to the song, I'm like, how would you feel about doing a Tejano version? Like a ranchera, Tejano progressive. He's like, I don't know. Do you think I could do it? I'm like, yes. I'm like, I wouldn't be asking you if I didn't think. But he really was very serious about being respectful to the genre. Being that he was new to Tejano and was still learning about it. And he was really worried and concerned that he would do it justice. And I'm like, no, the fans are going to love it, and they did. Like, it did really well on radio, and fans were really enjoying it. And
it's got a good beat, a good melody.
It's got a great melody.
It's easy to dance to.
Yeah.
She was guiding me all the way, man. I was sweating bullets, let me tell you, man, because I was, like she said, I didn't know anything about it other than, Selena. And even then, I didn't know.
He didn't know she was Tejano.
I didn't know she fell under that genre. So I was like, oh, man, I don't want to step on no toes. Like, and the way, like, she has, like, this reputable career behind her. And then this new dude comes out and doesn't know anything about Tejano and is trying to beat Tejano. I didn't want anybody to be like, who's this guy? You know what I mean?
But I totally gave him the option. I wasn't, like, trying to, force him to do my genre that I love so much. But as he started to learn about it and I started sharing the greats with him, like I said, Sonny Osuna and Latin Breed and then Jay Perez, Ramírez, I wanted him to know how the evolution of Tejano and how versatile our genre really is.
Yeah.
He was like so impressed. He's like, how come Tejano is not bigger? That was one of his first questions to me. I'm like, well, there's a lot of reasons, but and he didn't know Sonny Osuna did oldies. Yeah. And that's really what made him fall in love with Sonny Osuna, that he did, oldies. And so he goes, I love it that, I could do all these different things and it'd be okay.
Yeah.
Shelly, quick question, Shelly. Jose de Jesus wants to know who wrote the lyrics specifically. So
David wrote, El Gallo Dez wrote the lyrics. He wrote the lyrics to it. I don't write well in Spanish. And so I gave him that. Between him and Jose Rosario, who's my other co-writer.
The Sony,
Jose works very closely with Shell Shock record artists and my LMD production artists that I produce. So Jose and I write a lot of music together. But this song was written, the lyrics were written by El Gallo Dez, and I loved it. It was so funny because when, I was really adamant about him not deterring from the melody of the chorus. The chorus originally was, right? That's what the melody was. And he wrote it, right? Yeah. And I was like, damn it, he changed my melody.
I told him not
so
to.
I do all the keyboard parts in my production. So I went, the intro, if you listen to it, it's bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. I'm like, I'm putting my melody in there. Yeah. It's like, I'm getting it in there. But no, he writes great. And then, of course, we just proofread it, get it proofread by Jose Rosario because he's amazing when it comes to that.
It's always good to do that.
And he'll fix it, because he's all about that. His experience.
I was in Selena, the studio, when she was recording Amor Prohibido. They had Manolo in there.
Yes.
And he was making sure that she was saying
pronouncing them right.
Yes,
and that's one of the things,
important.
even though he was raised, speaking Spanish and stuff, we still have to make sure that it's proper. Again, here we go with the respect of the language and, doing it correctly. Because I don't claim to write well in Spanish. I don't. That's why I don't do it. I just do the arrangements. I do the melody writing and I leave the lyrics to the professionals. But no. And then the second single was called Huera Linda, which is another song he and I wrote together. So I think, and now we've also written songs for other artists too. Yep. Alicia C. and Angel Miranda. So we're writing for other artists too.
Yeah.
So.
Oye, Gallo, when you graduated from high school, you sang with mariachis during your high school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Were you in chorus and band and stuff in school or no? Or sports or what?
My mom forced me to be in band since I was like in 6th grade.
That's good.
Yeah, it was good. Obviously, now I look back, I'm like, I'm glad she did.
Yeah.
That's something, that's a valuable thing to know a musical instrument. It helps a lot.
And then how to read and write music.
Yeah, absolutely. Not everyone knows how to do that.
No, dude.
So
I can't.
You know what? You know what? I just saw a documentary on Netflix with Foster. Right? What's his name, baby?
David
Foster. Oh, I love that.
It's a very good one.
Dude,
love David Foster, man.
The way he's just writing things.
I know. It makes me sick.
What the hell?
I know, dude. I wish I could do that too.
I mean, he's got those little lines, and he's just putting little, blotches in there.
It's crazy.
Yes,
it's crazy. Yeah.
And the way he produces that, like what he did with Chicago. and with
everybody.
the Titanic,
Everybody.
the girl that sings Titanic.
Yeah, Celine Dion.
Celine Dion, Michael Bublé.
Even with what he
got him
did
on
with
the
Whitney
map, man.
Houston with "I Will Always Love You."
Yes.
You know, I mean that dude is phenomenal.
That shit, man. I was watching it and it hit me right here, like what he was doing. You know,
Yeah.
It's crazy.
incredible, dude.
His
Yeah.
mind is works crazy. I don't understand how he writes music that fast. Cause
Yeah.
just to write a bar would take me all right, which note was this? Yeah.
But he was in theater a lot too. He does a
Yeah.
lot of theater and acting.
That's
which
great.
He does very
Yeah,
well.
so, I mean-
that's another avenue we're gonna hit up for him.
Yeah, I mean, all
yeah.
through middle school, my mom was like, only band, and I wanted to do sports because the rest of my friends were doing football, they were doing baseball, and I was like, oh, I want to do that, and she was like, nah, you ain't doing sports. I was like, why? And she was like, because if you knock your 2 front teeth out, how are you gonna play trumpet? I was like, damn, all right. So then I get to high school, and I mean, in freshman year, I was 4'9", 108 pounds. I was super small. And I was
Eras un squinkle?
I was a squinkle, man. But then by senior year, I was 6'1".
Oh,
So my
shit.
mom was like, "Hey, man, you're just gonna have to make your jeans jorts, ni modo, homie." but yeah, I remember getting to high school and I went behind her back and I signed up for football. And man, I went through Hell Week and all my friends were these big freaking stocky dudes.
see.
And you know they have the pads on each side. They're like, you have to run through and make it. We're gonna knock and boom, boom, que me echan los chingazos, man. First one, I was like, I don't think football's for me. And, you know, I went in band, but I was like, I don't want to be a band like this.
Andaba buscando la trumpet de volar, carnal, la tuba.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Freaking high school, I'll play for in the stands. I'll play the fight song, all right? We're good.
Dame la tambourine.
Get
algo,
me el
carnal.
ahí voy a estar, bro. But
Las pinches maracas. I don't care.
whatever, pero take these cleats off, please. No, pero I mean, I got out of that quick, and the choir was always trying to get me, but I didn't like it. I was like, it's not my style. And I like doing impressions, so.
Sí. But in your high school years, did you perform outside of school, like with the mariachis and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Extra cash there, right?
Yeah, my dad would take me to gigs like quinceañeras, weddings, like whatever they would be, and I'd be playing trumpet and stuff and singing with them. So that was like a side gig that every once in a while he'd take me to.
Start learning how to earn that money with your talent.
Exactly.
Man.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then I got a job at my Tío Jose's restaurant, and I mean, they would invite me to sing with Mariachi Sol de Mexico, like from time to time. Hey, come here, come sing. And
Sí.
so, man, it was cool. I got a lot of stage time, but nothing too serious.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I think right after high school is when I got like serious offers.
But you went to
Like
the military,
he
right?
actually had a real serious
right
offer.
before the military.
Yeah.
My Tío Jose had recorded me. My dad was like, you got to record David. And at this time, I mean, I am a huge Michael Bublé fan, but at this time I was imitating him so much because I had just learned his, you know, the covers that he was doing.
Yeah.
And every song I did was exactly Michael Bublé's riffs. Every little move and sound was him, right? So I went and recorded The More I See You and I think Feeling Good. And my Tío Jose was like, that sounds great. Sounds good, but you sound like Michael Bublé. There's already a Michael Bublé. I want to hear what David Hernandez sounds like. So I was like, and I'm 16, so I was like, how do I do that? Like, can you point me in the right direction? He's like, you have to figure, I can't teach you that. You have to figure that out on your own. So he puts this disc away for like a year and a half, 2 years. And then my Tío Chuy, he's listening to it and goes, hey, who is this? It sounds like Michael Bublé. He goes, oh, it's David. He goes, oh, cabrón. He goes, why don't you do something with him? Send him, to Mexico. Our cousin Chucho is looking for a singer. And my Tío Chucho over in Mexico in El DF, he, runs a big orchestra band, and they do anything from like Tom Jones to Jose Jose and The Flight of the Bumblebee, orchestra music. And so they tell me, hey, do you know who Jose Jose is? At this, I was like, no. And they're like, okay, well, we have 9 songs from Jose Jose that we need you to come do, and you have to learn them in less than a week and a half. Could you do that? I said, oh, yeah, I could do that. And so they're like, okay, you're going to be performing an homenaje for Eduardo Magallanes, who's a composer for Jose Jose and Juan Gabriel and all these greats. So make sure you bring your A game. So I was like, okay.
Oh, wow.
And so I don't know these names. They're just telling me names, and I'm like, okay. And they're like,
Un quick Google de volar.
no, I didn't. I told my mom, I goes, like, they offered me this. She goes, what? Where? And I'll go, en el Teatro de México, en el DF. She goes, are you serious? And I was like, yeah, why? And she goes, a lot of people don't ever get to step foot on that stage. Like, you need to start learning these songs now, boy. And I was like, all right. So she goes, who else is going to be there? I was like, Fernando de la Mora, Angélica María, Manuela Torres. And she goes, what? Do you even know who those people are? I was like, no. And at this time was Betty La Fea was on the novela. And she goes, you know who Jose Jose is, mijo? And I was like, no, I don't. And she goes, this show, Betty La Fea, Jose Jose is the dad. And I was like, but he doesn't have a voice. And she goes, yeah, because he was younger when he was singing. I was like, oh. And so I'm hearing his songs, El Triste, for the first time. I'm watching the video of the people throwing roses at him. And I was like, damn, this dude's a badass. You know, he's a badass.
Wow.
And so I go out there, I learn the songs. I did a whole medley. And Eduardo Magallanes calls me down after the show. It was a huge, like, there was, I think, at least 1,000 people. It was like balconies and all stuff. So I'm like, first time in front of a huge crowd like that. And I mean, there was bright lights, so I didn't see past the third row. I was like, this is cool. This is like 3 rows. Just look to the back if you get nervous, man.
Yeah.
And there were cameras swinging around. I was like, oh, man.
Can we find that on YouTube? Like,
yeah, it's on YouTube.
Oh, I'll look it up,
So,
man, for sure.
Yeah, man. And
What do we search? Like El Gallo Dez en la DF or what?
no, I was still David Andrés Hernández there.
La Vida Andrés Hernández.
David. My government
David.
name.
La vida.
His government name.
La
So
Vida
it's-
Loca.
what is it under?
La Vida
It's
Loca.
under La Vida Loca. It was
David. Okay, David.
homenaje de Eduardo Magallanes. That's what
Write
it's
that down, baby, because I want to look that up. Man. I want to
I'm
check
at
that
like
out.
47, 48 minutes or something like that. It's a long video.
No hay pedo, carnal. No tenemos nada que hacer.
¿Verdad? Hey, so yeah, I did
I take long poops, man.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna be
Oh
like,
my
I don't know
God.
what time we're
an hour.
on YouTube.
That's when he texts me.
right? I got an idea. No,
You know what? Now that the phones are out, we can't even poop without working, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
work
not
everywhere
good.
too, dude. I know that is
man.
not good. I know.
Yeah, that's not good, guys.
I know it's not. I'm trying to get better at that, but it's not happening.
there's gonna be a big hemorrhoidal tissue.
Hey, sponsor me, Preparation H.
When your legs start falling asleep, it's time for you to
It's
go.
time to get up,
It's time to
yeah.
get up, man.
When you feel the tingle. So you went to Mexico before you went to the military? Or?
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was
but I
actually
mean,
right
tell
before.
him who.
So Eduardo Magallanes calls me down.
Okay.
He calls me down after the show. They were like, hey, he wants to talk to you. So I go over there and he goes, hey, you did great, man. You sang really good. You reminded me of a young Jose Jose up there. And I was like, wow, thank
that's
you.
a compliment.
Yeah, I
Major
said, thank you, sir.
compliment,
I
dude.
appreciate
Major.
that. And he goes, how would you feel about maybe staying over here for 6 months? And
Hello.
he said, I want to introduce you to someone. Do you know who Juan Gabriel is? And I was like, yeah, I know who Juan Gabriel is. And he goes, okay, well, I'd like to introduce you to him. And if he's impressed by you, then, we'd have you move here for about half a year, maybe longer. We don't know. And record an album, write some music, and push you out here and then start pushing you in the U.S. And I was like, oh, at this time, my first son, my ex-wife was pregnant with my first son. So I was like, damn, I have to talk this over. And so she was not too happy or supportive about that.
Not at all.
Not supportive at all. So she was basically made me choose. And it was a no-brainer. I was like, I'm not missing the birth of my firstborn. I'm not missing any of that. And I told him, I'm sorry, I can't. I got to pass it up.
Those
I
are the
said,
sacrifices of the
that?
music industry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
but I mean, it's important being with someone that supports what you do, obviously, right?
And now I have a wife who backs me in everything. She's like, don't worry
That's the
about
reason.
it. We'll
that's
be
how
here.
I actually got
Cuídala,
to see
bro.
him.
Yeah.
That's how I got to
And
see
that
him
was
because
of her. She's the one that pushed me to put TikTok videos up. And because I was, after I got out of the military, I moved back to California because I was stationed out here in Fort Hood before it turned to Fort Cavazos. And, I went back because my firstborn was over there. So I went back and we went back with my newborn, Brendan. And so we ended up in Pico, and I had to freaking work odd jobs and drive like 6 hours a day and do full-time college and, just trying to make something of myself while working these Amazon jobs and, anything I could get because it was during COVID when I got back. So everything was closed. It was just super hard. And, but I wasn't going to give up. So I didn't have any time to do singing. I actually didn't sing anything for like a year. And, my girl was like, why aren't you singing? And I was like, I'm in a dark place. Like every time I sing, it gets me angry that I didn't do anything with it.
Did not taking that Mexico gig, did it really weigh on you, man, for a while? Like,
Did it make you
did
bitter?
it honestly did it because my son came first, you know what I mean? And that kind of washed over everything for me.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe
But
it just
still, I'm
wasn't
sure
meant to be.
there were moments when you
Yeah.
thought, man,
Yeah.
what if I would have taken it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. I thought I was like, man, Juan Gabriel. That's
because
crazy.
that's like a, you know.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Not
That's
everybody gets
that's
that
a big
opportunity.
Yeah,
I mean, for
absolutely,
someone of
yeah.
that caliber to show
Yeah.
interest in him,
Yeah.
you know. But then thank God, you know, his wife now is very supportive and actually had him put TikTok videos up,
Yeah.
and which is how we came together, how our lives came together, you know, because I mean, after my retirement, I had no plans. I was going into nursing school. Y'all know my plan was starting nursing school in 23 of April.
Yeah.
And then I met him before my retirement. And then my fiance, Mia, she found my studio space. She's like, you have to have your studio. And I'm like, I'm not going to have time if I'm going to nursing school. You know, I wanted to work hospice. And I was like, those were my plans. But when I met him, it was like, I started hearing these things and seeing these things. And I was like, oh my gosh.
The bug.
And I mean, I didn't want to be on the road anymore. I still don't. Okay. I love my retirement means my retirement from being an artist, working musician. That's what my retirement meant. But then God had other plans for me. Beginning of February, I was offered hospice, you know, with my cousin's company to do music therapy, music ministry. And that's what I do now. So I felt like God was like, okay, you want your hospice, here you go. But I want you to do it in music. And then I met David, because I kind of put the word out there that I wanted to work with a male. I was working with so many talented upcoming females, and I've helped a lot of females in this industry, mentoring and helping them.
Yes.
But there was no guys. And it was weird. I was producing a song in Sweetwater, Texas. I was producing Alicia C. And my friend Lexi, who knew him through TikTok, Lexi sends me his video and she goes, how about this guy? And I start looking through his videos and I'm like, this dude's phenomenal. And I start listening to his versatility and how authentic he was doing different genres, right? And he just did something for me. Like he inspired me to write. And it was like, dang. 2 hours later, Mia's at home in San Antonio. She says, hey, beba, how about this guy? And it's El Gallo Dez.
Oh, my
Within 2 hours,
goodness.
y'all. But I'm telling you, it's all part of God's
Yes.
plan,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And so I go, can you find out? I told Lexi, can you get a hold of him for me? And he calls me and we're talking. And, you know, my first question to him was, okay, do you know Tejano? Do you know who I am? And he says no. And I said, okay, good. Because I didn't want them to have anyone that I meet to have like any
A preconceived
exactly.
stuff, yeah.
And so when he said no, I was like, yes, you know. And then we start talking and I said, so I just have a question for you. Do you want to be a TikTok, you know, person? Do you want to just sing covers? And if you do, I'm not mad at you about it, but do you want to record original music? And he says, absolutely. I said, do you write music? And he says, a little bit. You know, I wrote a little bit of like style like Ed Sheeran, Maroon 5 type stuff. I said, have you ever written any country music? And he goes, no, never in my life. Have I ever really even sung it? I said, I'm going to send you a country arrangement right now and just see what you can do with it. Same day, freaking wrote the song, sang it, sent me his voice, and he sounded like he was been singing country his whole life. And that's when we started, you know, deciding, okay, we're going to work together and I'm going to do this. I signed him in April of last year. Hasn't even been a year yet.
Yeah.
And here we are getting ready to release his full 10 song, possibly 11 song album at the end of March.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're just barely getting started.
Yeah.
I mean, just barely getting started. But I'll
Estás
tell you, man,
chavalón
I've met a lot of amazing singers, okay, in my life. But he is my diamond in the rough because no matter what genre I give him, like he just becomes it. And I mean, to me, that's just amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, even like, because we plan on doing big band. We're going to do big band orchestra later. We're doing a big band Latin jazz album. We're doing oldies. We're going to do country. Whatever he wants to do, we're going to do it.
And every different genre has its own discipline. I mean, it's like
It does.
I mean, people would think like that Tejano was easy to sing, and you know
Exactly,
If I'm a heavy metal singer, Tejano's easy, and then you try Tejano, and you're like, holy shit.
Exactly.
different,
It's
yeah.
true. It's very
There's
true.
more control here, you know.
It's
what I
very
mean?
different, especially Tejano progressive rancheras. And any artist that wants me to produce a Tejano progressive ranchera for them, I'm like, you got to be able to sing well. Because the rancheras are beautiful songs.
Yeah.
They're like ballads to me. Beautiful Tejano progressive rancheras. You know, look at like Jay Perez, Son Tus Miradas, Ella Es. Those songs
Yeah.
They're beautiful
They're
songs,
powerful.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And you have to be able to sing well. So I knew Rogando por tu Amor, he was going to sing it well because
Yeah.
it sounded beautiful in the mariachi bolero arrangement I originally did. So this first album is going to consist of all Latin music. It's going to have Tejano, it's going to have mariachi, it's going to have corrido, and it's going to have cumbia.
Yeah.
So
It's like that Karin Leon guy, right? I mean,
Oh,
he
dude,
does
he's
all kinds of
badass.
different stuff.
Yes.
He doesn't just stick to one genre. He
I
did
think
that
we're in a
Wapango,
I love
and then
that
he
we're in
did.
a different world. And I tell him, I said, Tejano, we've been doing that stuff for decades, dude. We've been mixing up music and styles forever. Now it's kind of the new thing, you know, for you to be more versatile and you do all these things.
Yeah.
But we've been doing this for a long time.
And
in our genre.
collaborations too.
Collaborations.
Yeah,
You
huge
can
thing.
find, somebody to collaborate with. Everybody, I started noticing that in the hip hop genre, because my wife had Sirius and we had not hip hop. What was the other one? It would play like the soul stuff, and there was always every time a
Yes,
song
the
came out.
collaboration.
Yeah.
Every time the song would come out, there's like 3 names, or 4
yeah.
names of
Featuring so and so.
all the different people, man. And I was like, okay, this is what's going on now.
Yeah.
And that's the way we
Right.
expose each other to different
Exactly.
genres
Yeah.
because radio and internet is one thing, but to be able to
Exactly.
have people with different platforms.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
we're doing with him, and we've already had a lot of people reaching out to do collaborations with him. We have a few of them on the album. One of them, of course, is with the legendary Sonny Osuna. So he will be collaborating with Sonny Osuna and
Yeah.
Mike Torres from La 45.
Órale.
And it's,
Yeah.
dude, it's freaking phenomenal. It sounds so good. I can't wait for
yeah.
fans to hear it.
That's awesome.
But
I'm
again,
excited.
I gave him the choice. If you want to incorporate something, Hano, we will. And if you don't, I'm not, that's not the only avenue I'm going to take him down, but we're taking this journey together and but he never ceases to amaze me when we do things and we work and I'm
if he has an open mind to do stuff,
he
you know what I
does.
mean? Because
He definitely
hay unos que
does.
se encabronan y se ponen así,
No,
no
no,
quieren
no, no,
hacer
no,
algo.
no. He's
Man,
so
when you have an
open.
open mind, all right, let's see whatever
and
we
that's
do.
how you learn. That's how
Yeah.
you grow as an artist and vocally
and evolve.
He's going to continue to grow vocally too, But no, I'm pretty hard on him as far as other things, but it's because of my experience and what I know he can do, and it's my job to protect him and guide him, and that's we're loving it. But I signed him. He's my first exclusive Shell Shock Records 3 artist.
Yeah.
And we have some big things coming.
awesome. Man, I
we really
appreciate-
do. God willing.
Hey, Rock, speaking of genres, Rick Roadies, who gave the super chat,
Okay.
he said he wants you to pick the genre
Okay.
for the performance that we're going to do here in a little
Okay.
bit. So, I
Let
mean,
me see.
Oh, what
Rick
you gonna
was
go
saying,
with?
and real quick, speaking of super chats, shout out to Michael Garcia from Huntington Beach, California.
Oh, shout out Huntington Beach. What's going on?
He is in the super chat as well, and he thank you for the little donation. And Rock, what are you thinking as far as different genres?
I was thinking
I mean,
maybe this one, man.
What is it?
Let's see.
I know that sound.
Oh shoot! What is it?
Vamos a ver.
I was thinking Boston.
Birds flying high. You know how I feel. Sun in the sky. You know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by. You know how I feel. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I am feeling good, yeah. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me.
Yeah, there we go.
I love that, man.
That's awesome, bro. I had it ready in the wings, bro.
Thank you. I love that.
Ready in the wings.
That's my song, man. That's
That's his jam.
Man,
You have such great control over your vocals,
Yeah.
dude.
Yes, he
Thank
does.
you, thank
yes, he
you.
does.
I mean, everything was right in place, and that takes a lot of mental. I mean, everything to be able to
Very
control.
tastefully done.
Yeah, dude.
And,
Yeah.
and
thank
placed.
you, guys.
Yeah. Do we have any more questions or any comments, Chaz, on the chat zone with our fans all over?
I don't know if you addressed this, but as far as the name El Gallo, did you address why specifically? Are you using that?
So El Gallo Dez. So before I had given myself the name, when my father passed in 2016, it hit me and my family hard, and so I started looking into my father and everything that he had done, because I was a baby. I'm the baby of the family. My brother's 13 years older than me. So obviously he grew up like with my dad when he was in Los Galleros and doing like coming up and doing all that stuff. I got him when he was like, hey man, I'm just doing this because I love it, but I'm just trying to make the money. I did the shows, I did the road, like we're just doing this for fun now. Yeah. So I started looking back and I was like, damn, my dad was a badass dude. Like I was like, no wonder my mom fell for this dude. This was
his dad sang beautifully.
He was a player, man. Yeah, and his voice, like his persona on stage was like, you wanted to know him. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, I want to get it like a tribute tatted to him. So I came out here to Texas and I met my artist Danny from Second and None over in Killeen, and he goes, man, he saw my dad's album. He goes, let me tat that on you. And I was like, ooh, I don't know how I feel about getting a portrait done because I don't want nobody to mess that up. It's my dad. And he's like, I understand, but if you get something for your dad, come back to me. And I found, there's Dia de los Muertos tattoo of a mariachi holding a guitar, just like my dad in a picture on Facebook. So I was like, I want this. And I was like, you know what? To me, my dad is El Gallo from Los Galleros. He's the Gallo. So I was like, I'm going to put El Gallo. And then she asked me, she goes, what do you want to call yourself? She goes, come get back to me. And I was like, El Gallo Dez. Because I had already been calling myself Dez. Yeah. And
for Hernandez.
Hernandez to keep, true to my family's name.
Y El Gallo Dez jala en México también, carnal.
Y El Gallo Dez. So El Gallo for tribute to my father and Dez to pay homage to my family.
I mean, and Dez is still mainstream on its own.
So
it was like the best of both worlds, really.
Yeah, so that name means a lot to me, and it's definitely a tribute to my father. And
it was crazy because when we were talking about our dads, right? Yeah. That was another thing that really connected us was our love for our pops, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, we brought it up. When did your dad pass? He's like, when did your dad pass?
July 22nd, 2016.
My dad passed July 23rd, 2016.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Wow.
All these little things.
But I'm telling you, it's God's plan. It's God's plan to bring us together and, for us to be able to relate on these levels, and stuff. And it's just amazing. But yeah, his dad's voice, phenomenal, dude. Yeah. Like beautiful, beautiful, beautiful voice.
And El Gallo, one more thing. They're asking, shout out to your barber. Who does your hair?
Hey,
it's looking super pimp.
Shout out to my barber because I just found a new one in Killeen porque Great Clips wasn't cutting it. They were not cutting it, man. So
ni el massage que te dan con las bolitas.
Ni me dieron eso because I go on post or like Get Out Soldier. I'm like, I'm retired. I'm a veteran now. You don't have to scream at me no more. No, pero you know what's funny? My barber, I was talking to, he goes, we're chopping it up, and he goes, so what do you do out here? And I was like, I do music. And he's like, what kind of music you do? And he goes, Tejano. I go, Tejano, mariachi, a little bit of everything, my manager, Shelly Lares, and she's like, like the queen of Tejano. And he's like, hold up, man. Do you know somebody named Louis the singer? I was like, oh yeah, well I know I know of him through. He goes, oh yeah, my wife's best friends with him, and I was like, dude, everything's connected in this state.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody knows everybody here, I swear. So, yeah, shout out to my barber from coast to coast in Killeen, man. You're the truth, bro.
What's his name? Who is it?
Ni me acuerdo su nombre, bro. It's the first time I just walked in and I was like, hey, bro, can you hit me with the gentleman's cut, papa? And he was like, I got you, bro. Siéntate. So I was like, all right, man, you're gonna get a hefty tip.
Louis the
he's
singer,
always like,
como
he
pegó.
likes to be like that. Yeah.
And Louis the singer como pegó, ¿no?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow, man.
Yeah, but
Crazy.
David's coming, Louis. Sorry.
Yeah. Hey.
Watch
Hey,
out.
respects to Louis, though, man.
Yeah,
He's
no.
doing
Nah, he's
good,
cool.
great
He's a
things.
cool dude.
I mean, the
Cool
sky's the
dude.
limit. You know, now. I
Smooth
mean,
Vega, that's my boy. That's my good friend.
Yeah, Smooth Vega.
That's my good boy.
Yeah.
That's my good boy. He's a good boy.
It's all about how much you want to put into it to get out of it. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
Absolutely.
And
You have to. And that's one of the things that I think is still kind of starting to marinate in David's head is, you know, when you become an artist, it takes discipline. It's a lot of discipline. You know, you're
and
not.
there's a lot of distractions, dude. Sometimes,
and
you know?
you're not your normal person anymore. You know, it's you try to be, but you have to carry yourself a certain way as an artist sometimes, and it's just, I know it's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
You know. But no, I think he's coming along, and as we get going and getting him on the road, and you know, my band is actually backing him up. Is his band now?
Yes,
So
Man, I'm honored for that one.
My guys didn't want to play with anyone else. They were waiting for me. I said, guys, I'm not getting back on the road. I'm like, they're like, no, we just want to still work for you. I mean, so it's awesome. That,
And I mean, like back to what she was saying about like the discipline and stuff, and even the distractions. You know, I feel like you were asking me if I still look back on that day that, you know, I said no to Juan Gabriel and all that stuff that was going on. And like I told her at one point, I was like, you know, I think that didn't happen for me at that time because I wasn't mature enough to handle that situation. I think that the distractions would have definitely
derailed you a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah,
and I would
for
have
sure.
derailed. And
You're about to be a father, and
Yeah,
throw it away.
the wife
sure.
wasn't supportive. That was a lot of
sure.
stuff.
So
you
yeah, I
would've-
would have been wanting to get away from
There would have been
home
some
and-
major adversity for sure.
Exactly.
For sure.
So I always tell him like to me this was divine intervention because like I think months before I put this video that went viral up, I told my wife I was like I don't ever want to sing again. I don't even want to like.
Yeah,
hum a
we
song.
thought this, bro.
I was depressed about it, man. I was upset that I did nothing. I did nothing, not even record like something for myself. So she was like, "No, you can't do that. Like you were born to sing. You have to perform."
And
like,
you're a natural, dude.
that's where you're
I know,
happy.
it's crazy.
But she's like, that's where you're happy. Like when I see you singing, performing, you look content. Like you look
Yeah.
super happy there. And so I was like, yeah, but it's not gonna happen. So one day I was in the living room and I was listening to Adios Amor by Christian Nodal. It was the first time I heard him and that song. And I'm singing it with my little one, Brendan. And, you know, he's like holding my hand and listening to me
He's
sing.
adorable, by the way.
I mean, I love my boys. My boys. Shout out Brendan and Isaac. I love you guys. And my wife, Taylor. I love you. And she goes, hey, you should put that up on TikTok. And I was like, oh my God, with the TikTok. That's for teens. Like, I'm not doing that. And she was like, just put it up. What's it going to hurt? Like, what if somebody notices you and you get to do something with singing? She goes, I was like, all right. So go there and my son's, I was like, you want to be in the video? And he's like, yeah, okay, daddy. And I'm like, all right. So he holds my hand and I sing a little snippet of Adios Amor and I post it. I didn't think nothing of it, right? Bro, I pick the phone up after a day. It's at 1.9 million views.
Yeah, it went
Or
viral.
likes, 7 point something
Yeah.
million views.
It's crazy.
And
Yeah,
I don't even know how.
it's crazy.
Hundreds of thousands of comments. Michael Bublé commented on it, who was my idol.
My goodness.
And when
And 6 million of those views were Shelly.
Man, I wouldn't doubt it, dude. I would not doubt it. I'm not saying nothing about that.
It was a trip, man. Like,
That's awesome.
And I mean, I spent from middle school, from 6th grade, like idolizing Michael Bublé and like dressing like him in talent shows to sing "Feeling Good" and "I'm Your Man" and just idolizing this dude. And then he comments for clapping. On
that
my
crazy?
video.
Yeah,
And I was
dude.
like, "What, dude?" I pinned his comment, screenshotted it, sent it to my brother. I was like, "Bro, this is." Even Santa Claus commented on me, the verified Santa Claus on TikTok. I was like, "Oh, all right, thanks, Saint Nick."
I like him.
Yeah, he's cool, man. And so I tell Michael Bublé, I was like, hey, thank you so much. This means so much to me. Like, I'm a huge fan of yours since I was in 6th grade. You've been an idol of mine. and what I've constructed myself as an artist to be. And he was like, he responded in Spanish. He goes, "Me gusta mucho como canta, señor." And I was like, "Hey, bro, me too, dog." I was like, "Hey, well, how about letting me come perform with you on stage?"
From your mouth to God's ears.
I think I scared him away.
If we would have put the sacases la daga, on there, I'm like, I don't think
We're going to get Michael Bublé to sing with him and with David in Spanish. That's what we're going to do.
Imagine, Rock, if he had put Asustame one time.
One time. No, hombre.
El Michael Bublé,
Dude, that tripped out. And hey, speaking of, Shelly and Mia got me like the best Christmas present ever. I got to their house today, and she goes, "Open it. It's a bottle, right?" And I opened the little sleeve. It's freaking Michael Bublé's whiskey signed by him. I was like, this is never getting opened. And then I said to my brother, I was like, jealous? But I was like, dude,
he loves him. We did a really cool
man.
show in April of last year that one of my artists, Alicia C, that I produce, that they threw, and it was for the artist that I produce now, Angel Jimenez, Annika, Alicia C, and then GALLO DEZ. And it was really cool because we had La 45. I had my band, the horn section from La 45 and Campanas de America. So I was the musical director of this whole performance. And it was really cool because he did Feeling Good at the show.
Wow.
Man.
But in his traje.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome to see because he took off the jacket and started doing, and he got a standing ovation.
It was
And
awesome,
people were
man.
just loving it. So,
Ladies and gentlemen, you got to follow him on Instagram.
Yes,
and follow
please,
Shell
and
Shock
TikTok,
Records,
all his socials.
because he's always putting stuff up, and it's really awesome to check it out. We want to thank Chorizo de HIH.
Ooh, thanks for making us hungry, man.
I know.
Breakfast in the morning. If you turn on the pit during the championship NFL games this weekend, well, you can do something like this with Chorizo de HIH. Look at that. Put some chorizo.
No, hombre, shut up.
Le avientas ahí un sausage, unas fajitas, papá. Están los championship games, aunque no están los Cowboys, chinga, pero como quiera.
Ay, no.
Tú sabes, te puedes comer el taquito con más coraje, carnal. Mira, le echas a... Eso es un triple decker, es lo que me gusta a
It's
mí.
a conspiracy.
Le avientas de todo. ¿Qué quieres en el taco? Échale toda la pinche parrilla al taco,
Lo
baby.
que tengan.
Y comienza con el choriqueso, porque es el chorizo de HH, local family brand, same great taste you grew up with. No, hombre, cállate la boca, chat up. Asústame one time. You can find it at HEB's. You can go to HEB Brownsville, Harlingen.
Hey, we need to take
San
something back home,
Benito.
y'all.
Yeah. Mercedes, Westlake, Elsa, Donna, San Juan, Far Edinburgh. Soon to be at all the HEB, so we're really excited about
So
that.
we don't have to just come to the valley to get it.
Yeah,
Also want to thank Top 4 Cars Classic Car Dealership in Brenham, Texas. These guys got all the classic cars. If you ever need a video or a car for a video, man.
Hey!
let me get a lowrider real
check
quick.
out this 55, bro. And these guys got
I want a
all kinds
GTO.
of vehicles.
Oh,
Nice.
That's
Oh,
sweet,
a
dude.
GTO and that. Hey, let me borrow Frankie's GTO.
I love the GTO.
Mira el carrito ese.
That's
bro.
clean.
Te avientas una rola de
Look
los-
how clean that
te
is.
avientas una rola de los 50s, carnal, de aquellas. Y una
They don't make
baby
them like
doll.
that no more, y'all.
No, man, esos sí son puro
That's a Bel
fierro,
Air.
papá. Y
That's
están
beautiful.
enteritos los carros, classic cars and trucks sold worldwide from Germany to Australia, all over the United States of America.
Pretty.
You can follow them on their busy social media platforms. These guys stay busy, man. Tony and Carlos and Karina. Top 4 Cars Facebook at Top 4 Cars Brenham and Instagram. Top 4 Cars on YouTube. And the YouTube is a fantastic channel for you to
sure.
follow. Top4cars.com. You can check out all their inventory. Give them a call, man. They've got a lot of amazing vehicles. And if you've got a classic you want to sell as well, they do consignment as well. So they're located at 301 South Market Street in Brenham. And don't just go for the classic cars. Go to see that little town. It's like an
It's
old school, beautiful town.
Yeah.
Brenham,
Bluebell's
Texas.
there. Bluebell's there.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah. And so, do we have any final chats on there, Jax, before we head on out? Or Chaz?
No, I just want to thank everyone for being in here. I mean, we got the usual cast of characters: Shadow Boo, we got Dimas, we got Sal in the house, Albert, Miranda, we got, of course, Dario, and people have been with us all night long.
Yay.
And
Thank you,
we've had a
guys.
consistent flow. And Jose de Jesus asked a lot of great questions, and
Shout out to the ladies on the chat.
ladies in the chat zone, yes.
Yvonne, Victoria Garcia.
Hey,
thank you guys.
girls.
Hey, El Gallo Des brought in all the ladies.
Mira, chifladas.
Shout out Sylvia.
Oh, hey, Gallo, before we call it a night, bro, I appreciate you guys coming to the show.
Thank y'all for having us.
And I want to thank you for serving our country in the military as well, man.
Thank you, sir.
We appreciate you.
Thank you
for serving.
Yes.
And, you know, you got the perfect backdrop there, man.
That's why I said, go sit by the flag.
And I'm not going back, pero we all can. They want you. Nice.
And we're glad that you decided to be all that you can be. You know what I'm saying?
Sponsor you, man.
Hey, the Army's gonna
Don't
hit
do it
you
for
up,
free.
man.
They can pay. They got the money, honey. That's good.
Hey, si el Army compra comercial conmigo, les consigo chingo de cadets, pero they're going to be over 60.
They're desk warriors, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, next Wednesday night, we've got AJ Castillo coming in, man. That guy's an amazing talent. You know what? He had the Colombia cumbia stuff going.
Yeah, he did.
That didn't give justice to his talent on accordion.
No, I love him as an accordion player. He's good, dude. He's great.
We have a little clip here. He did a song with Juan P. Moreno, so put it on, baby, and let's check it out. Yeah, so AJ's going to be here next Wednesday.
Sweet.
I'm looking forward to seeing him.
Nice.
And we've got a lot of great guests coming in from now till June. I mean, I just booked the first week of June already today.
That's praise God for
that. So
that.
we're going to have some, I mean, a lot of people are coming over, and we appreciate everybody that subscribes, shares, and likes our show, and share it with all your people, tell all your friends about it, and we've got a lot of great talent coming through the doors. And once again, also, we want you to follow El Gallo Dez, Shelly Lares, Little Miss Dynamite, and of course Shell Shock Records, because she's got artists coming out, and that way you can stay up to date with everything if there's any performances going on. So go on over and follow them on social media and support them as well, man. This guy's an amazing young talent.
Thank you.
And
Thank
boy,
you,
man,
get ready for the album, y'all.
The sky's the limit for you, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do anything.
Check it out.
That you want to do, okay?
He's gonna do it.
Yeah, and I got the mentor to help me do it, so I'm in good hands. I know it.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I love this part of the song.
Thank you.
It's like kind of PM Dawn-ish, right?
Yeah.
The Memory Bliss, or what's the name of that song? It reminded me of that. Yeah. I like your voice, dude.
Thank you, man.
Shelly. Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you. He was still in California when he did the recording for that, and I sent him. I said, I need you to do, and I sent each part individually, each harmony, and I'm like, just go, and he sends them to me. I'm like, oh yeah, that's exactly, because I could already hear it before he even did it. I was like, he did it, he nailed it.
That was on my MacBook on GarageBand, my little Audio Technica.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week. Y'all have a great weekend.
Bye everyone. Peace out, guys.
Adios.
God bless.
Everybody wave.